good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. Hello. I'm Kim Serafini, the founder, creator, and CEO of Positive Prime. A groover and a shaker, a mover and anyway, how are you? I can see that we have a few people here joining us. Yes, I am Kim Serafini. Yes, I invented Positive Prime, but no, this is not about me, right? We have a group of hundreds of great people who lead our community of passionate practitioners who leverage and harness Positive Prime for their clients, their members, the people who they serve, the people that they're treating. They could be social workers and counselors and hypnotherapists and psychologists and massage therapists and people who are really dedicated as coaches, great coaches, helping people to design the life that's going to make them feel fabulous, like they're really making the most of this precious opportunity. And so I'm here, I show up every week like this, or if it's not me, it's one of our Positive Prime leaders. And we're here to serve you. We're here to answer your questions. So that means you've got to ask some. We have people who talk about what they're dealing with and what answers they would like to help them move along. We can talk about which or what session is appropriate to have a breakthrough in a particular area, but I need for you to ask me questions, or at least pose to me, hey, this is what I'm struggling with and I really want to break through, and what or which session would you recommend that I view? And every so often we actually have one of these leaders join us, and I can see there's Susie Vine. Susie, would you like to come on out super quickly and share with everybody who you are? And I'm actually going to, at the same time, then screen share and show them your session. Yay! Come on out, Susie.
Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you. What a treat to join you. And thank you for the moment to introduce myself. I'm glad to finally join you in one of these sessions. It has been on my list, and like all things, we just have to put it on the calendar until other things stop crowding it out. Everything that matters, right? So my name is Susie Vine. I'm a stress transformation coach and the host of the Happified podcast. I launched that podcast just over a year ago, and I discovered Positive Prime because the universe brings us exactly the right thing at the right time, just this past April, end of March. And so I dove in. It is so aligned with everything that I have discovered through the tools and resources I was putting together to support my clients in feeling empowered in how they step up to stress, how they can put a priority on their happiness, and it is definitely not selfish. And then suddenly, here's this amazing, effective, efficient tool that anybody can fit into their schedule. So I'm so excited because my session just became available within this last week. So it's brand new. If you haven't seen it yet, that could be why. And it's called Your Thriving Life. And I really wanted to highlight the connections. Connection is really what I'm all about. Connecting the dots, connecting people, helping people recognize that even when life is overwhelming and we feel isolated, that we are more connected than we feel. So that's something that I really wanted to be a through line through the session that I created.
Love your energy and passion and commitment, Susie. So I'm going to screen share and show everybody how to actually find your session. I mean, naturally, it's available to all of our subscribers. And if you aren't yet a subscriber, of course, you can get started anytime you like. If you have been through a trial and you'd like to now upgrade, you can log in and go and click on upgrade and choose whether you want to pay for the entire year up front and save yourself some decent money, or whether you'd like to pay monthly. Let's just go back to the dashboard, which is over here on the left at the top. And let's go into this search bar that's at the very top of the screen. And let's put in Susie, S-U-S-I. See, here we are, Your Thriving Life. So this is Susie's session. Susie, let's talk about why it's so important to upload your own photographs into your session, and we'll show everybody how to do that in a second, but I'll just get it playing to begin with. Bear with me for 1 second. So we can hear you speaking, Susie. Alrighty, so talk us through, why does somebody actually want to personalize their sessions? So I've chosen your session. I love your content. I feel like you're sitting on my shoulder. You're gently nudging and nurturing me. You're having me really relish the statements that I'm reading. I'm saying those statements to myself out loud in my own mind without expressing it verbally. Alrighty, so tell me, why do I also want to add in my own photographs so that I see myself and I see the people that I love and I see some of the highlights of my life?
Well, the first benefit is just in the same way that as a registered user, your name appears sprinkled throughout the session. So you get that, we respond to our name. And so that brings a reaction, a connection to what you're seeing. And then when you see your face in it again, too, it builds that connection and helps to build that confidence in yourself, especially if you find pictures of yourself in moments of success, achieving your goals, or living in the way in which you want to call in more of. And so that is really a beautiful way to strengthen that connection. It is like a vision board on steroids, if you will, when you get to see yourself achieving the dreams that you want to be calling in. And then slipped in with these slides that bring in all these other aspects of positive psychology, the bright colors, the shapes, those beautiful Duchenne smiles that have you smiling, especially as you see yourself slipping by in those slides. It makes the whole experience sit a little more deeply in your subconscious. It helps you respond more strongly, and it helps you literally connect with that vision of yourself, easily stepping into your goals. I just love how subtle it is. And it's something that I didn't do right away. It took me a little while to upload my own images into my session. And it's an exponential accelerator, really, when you see yourself. I use Canva, which is a free image editing software. I made a couple of slides and added a couple of my own affirmations to really tailor it. And then you can choose what you add every time, if you want to select all or just a couple of key images, depending on what your session or your focus is for the day. So I had a little fun with it.
Fantastic. All right, so you chose also, after being a passionate subscriber, just as an individual, really super keen and interested in what this tool was for your own purposes. Can you tell me what you noticed in yourself or any real results that showed up in your life? And have you shared this with any of your clients that you coach? And have you heard any stories or seen it with your own eyes, some transformations that have been astonishing?
So I've been bringing it in, and just as I was a little slow to bring it into my daily routine, I'm seeing it be adopted and absorbed by the folks that I'm working with, especially now, that I can say, this is the session that I've designed. There's a little more curiosity and intrigue, so that certainly helps. And I'm able to share it on my website. And so people who are in my program can find it there. But we keep talking about the value of tailoring your session. And that's something you can't do when you have that opportunity to view it, just simply through my website. And so personally, as I've integrated it and used it more consistently, I can see that I have less challenge with some of the things that used to stand in my way. Distraction, not using my time in the most effective way. Sometimes we get caught in that little mental loop that pulls us out of the focus that we want to have in the midst of a project. And so that is coming to me so much more easily, that focus and productivity. And it's really powerful. Again, I think I mentioned earlier, the confidence in seeing yourself in your own sessions, the confidence that I have just in how much more easily I'm accomplishing the things that used to, I'd plan them on the calendar, but get frustrated because I took more time than I thought. And now I'm matching up those expectations with the delivery, which then builds that momentum. And something that I love to talk with my clients about too, those little changes that end up bringing us into that energy that helps everything flow more easily.
Woohoo! That's huge. I mean, seriously, huge. I think a lot of people wish that they were a little more efficient, a little more effective, not so much the procrastinator, et cetera, et cetera. So, Susie, what do you think is the reason why you decided to make this a habit? Like, honestly, what do you think the reason is? What did you go, oh, wow, you know what? This is worth it.
I was waiting to see if that was one of those energetic hits, if you were going to come up with another diamond. Let me see if I can deliver. What really clicked for me was there are no coincidences. Synchronicity they light me up. Happy, thank you, more, please. I invite them all the time. And when I first heard about it, I just couldn't believe that someone had encapsulated into one place all of these insights and the research from positive psychology that I didn't understand why it wasn't like headline news. This should be on the news, right? As we all know. And to have it all in one elegant and simple, and simple isn't always easy, but simple platform that you can come to one place. We don't have to remember to do the gratitude journal, remember to do the different things consistently, remember to redirect our thoughts every time. Those all help, and it becomes easier when you start stacking that up with a practice like Positive Prime. But this was a simple all-in-one starting place that can fit in any schedule, because I have the best of intentions and my morning routine generally gets compressed. And the fact that I can compress a session so that it fits and I can still start the day off with the right mindset and focus has had a huge impact. And so that's what really lit me up. That's why I know this is such a priceless tool for anybody to incorporate, because we tend to make excuses about why we can't do something. We're not meditators, we don't do that kind of practice. And this is so easy to bring in and tailor your focus that it just fits, with anyone who's willing to see that they want to make a change. It's a beautiful place to start.
That is such a powerful insight. Susie, tell me, what are your favorite sessions? Because I don't think that very many people know that on our platform, we have a wide variety of content on lots of different topics. But for you, I want to hear, what are your favorite sessions?
I was trying to remember, and so I opened up my top sessions to get a little reminder. I happen to live nearby another practitioner on the site, Rich Osagera, and when his became available, Unmute Yourself. It's really beautiful for anybody who wants to step up into a leadership position. Even if you just have to make presentations or, share with a meeting at work, really empowering, vibrant images. They all are, because, basically they follow, a lot of aspects of the same formula, but each practitioner gets to really decide what's important to them. I love Jackie Simmons leaving Shouldville, especially when I heard her introduce it. Sometimes we are resistant to affirmations. We think, no, not us, or that's not my energy. And so it's a really beautiful way, if you tend to struggle with affirmations, to kind of find one that meets you where you are and open up, your perspective of what's possible. So I love Jackie's and the energy that she brought to hers. Anything that Kim has created is quickly one of my favorites. She's got so many great ones, obviously, tailoring to everything that she's been creating and having the access longer than most of us. I love the super sales session. That's a really good one for me, because while I am comfortable creating content and tools, really connecting and standing up for the worth that I know that I'm bringing and sharing that with people in a powerful way is something that has been difficult for me. And so that really helps me feel energized and stronger, especially if I know I'm going to be sharing a presentation with a group. And I love Train Your Brain for Abundance by Dana Wilde. That's another one that I see very high on my playlist, as I, as I was saying, bring all of these pieces into order to create a unified method and, journey forward that really helps to clarify and bring in, resolve any blocks that a lot of coaches and healers sometimes have. So that's just a couple off the top of my list. I love the mosaic effect. I see Patty. Nice to see you. That is definitely one of the early ones that added onto my list and always picks me up. I love the imagery that she has in her sessions, and the color and the mood that it is in that one too. So
that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Susie. All right. So is there anybody out there that has a question that we should address? This is your time to ask me a question. What have you been curious about? Why? Is there something? You can just write your question in the chat if you don't want to appear. All righty. Any questions? I often get some questions that are about, hey, can I share this account with others? So should I screen share and show you a little bit of that? And maybe any other questions that you've heard, Susie, from anyone, I can answer as well. So let's just say we go back to the dashboard. Of course, we were just watching Susie's session. I do feel better. Woo! Over here up in the top right-hand corner where your name is, you can actually click down and click invites. You can invite up to 4 other people to share your account. So it's really a 5-for-1 deal. What an incredible blessing you are in other people's lives when you help them with their emotional and their mental tenacity and resilience and health and well-being. So you go down here and you can actually invite 4 other people. That's one of the most common questions I get asked. And the other, I suppose, question I get asked is, hey, you know what, there was this really great course. It was on Think and Grow Rich or something like that. Where is that? So if we click in bonuses, so up here on the left-hand side in the top 4, you can see bonuses. So if you go and click on bonuses, you'll be able to have access to this particular course. It's a great course. Just go listen to day 1 and day 2. And you will, I'm pretty sure, be amazed at how much further you get and how much quickly you get on the journey towards the goals that matter to you most, right? So I think that that's very important that everybody knows where that bonus is. Now, if people are asking, how do I actually upload a photograph of myself? How do I choose them? I'm going to give you an example. You might ask yourself, what is one of the experiences that you would really like to have? So I'm just going to choose anyone. Let's just say I want to go on the London Eye. That's that big round thing, whatever we want to call it, the London Eye. And let's go to images. And let's just say that one day I really want to actually go on the London Eye. So I'm looking for a great photograph that I just feel an immediate resonance to, that I feel very comfortable with, that excites me, that makes me feel like, yeah, excellent. You know what? That is excellent, 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 excellent. All right. So I don't know. I'm pretty choosy about my images. Oh, I like this one. This one looks beautiful. So I've chosen it. Now I'm going to write save, and I'm going to see, oh, yes, I can save the image. So I can now go and put this in my computer. And what just happened then? Save image as. So where is my finder? Maybe it's disappeared behind. Let me stop screen sharing for a second and see if the pop-up window has appeared elsewhere. Oh, no, I think it's downloading. Alrighty, so we'll come back to that. But that was the idea. You actually go and find photographs of what it is that you want in your bucket list. And then let me go back to my gallery and I'll show you. So you can click on my gallery and you can then upload an image. So let's just say I want to select an image. Let's upload one. I'm going to click here right now. I actually think that I saved one not so long ago. And Zoom is playing up for me. Oh, here we go. It was thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. All right, so I'm going to upload another photograph if I can. No, doesn't seem to want to allow me to upload a photograph at the moment. Let's just go and try something else in case it's me. So this is Wonderful Wellness. I'm going to personalize it by clicking on personal. Now let's see if I upload it from here and click. Nope, there's something definitely going on here. Could be my impatience. I want everything to happen too fast. Nope, there's something definitely broken. Do you know what I love about this is that now I go and speak to the computer programmers and developers and say, please fix it. How come we can't upload a photograph at the moment? I'll ask some of the other leaders that are in our community to try doing that right now and then get back to me via messages and let me know, can they actually upload a photograph? It's usually pretty simple and we'll get back to that. So someone actually asked, how do I choose my own photos? Thanks for asking. Choose from previous successes. Yeah, absolutely. Do you know, I uploaded a photograph of me graduating from college. It was a pretty big deal to me. Reminds me that I actually finished something that I set out to do, which wasn't always a fait accompli. I actually took a break right in the middle of trying to complete my degree because I was one of those students who didn't know that I'd ever actually graduate. So you might want to put down on a list, what are all the things that I really want to do? What are all the things that I really want to do? Is it that you want to watch tennis at Wimbledon? Is it that you'd like to go to a particular restaurant? Would you like to go to a particular day spa? Go to their websites and actually find a photograph that you can save and then upload. Oh, I can see. Thank you so much for helping me there, Susie. So you were able to upload one into a session. Oh, fascinating. Okay, thanks. I wonder why it's not working for me. That seems super bizarre, don't you think? Super bizarre. Alrighty, so we're nearly at the end of this very short and sharp session that we run. Susie, is there anything that you really want to say to those who are listening? Anything?
You know, I would say you had such a beautiful point when we were chatting just the other day when I revealed that I dream of having a retreat center. And you suggested that I get some photos, be really clear on what that looks like. And you shared the story of how you see that reflected in the home that you have now. And so that is something that I did. I searched the area and resorts, and I found some images in the style that I had in my mind's eye. And now I actually get to see it in my session. So one more spark. If you're dreaming of a home or certainly vacation or getting together with family, those are great ones to add.
Thank you so very much. Love that, love that, love that. All right. Well, thanks very much for being with us. I hope that I've been able to help. Come and visit us again and see if you have even better questions that really get us to give you some great advice, some great suggestions or some great recommendations. And remember, you can always go and have a look at the coaching pearls, because I would imagine there is absolute brilliance being shared to you from some very wise people. And you might just listen to a coaching pearl that is absolutely intended for you as we're talking about serendipity and synchronicity today. So, thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.